Hi, this is Nicole from thismomentisgoodblogspot.com. Today I'm going to demonstrate for you how to do a seaming technique on garter stitch. What you'll need is, I prefer the metal tapestry, yarn needle, whatever you call them. I break the plastic ones. I'm pretty harsh on them, so I use the metal ones, and then I get a little handy carrier like this. I go through a lot of needles, so my husband will spread some of them at the eye for thicker, bulky yarns, and it makes it much easier to thread them. I don't have to put tape on them, so these work great. I recommend them highly. On garter stitch, when you find your row, your purl bumps will have a lower and an upper one bump. There's an upper, there's a lower, upper, lower. You are going to use these bumps to go underneath them to create your seam. This is not going to look at the edge the way it should. If you notice, this sample has been stretched to the max. It's been used for multiple purposes, and now the knitting is starting to come out. But I didn't have time to make another sample to do this on, so basically we're just going to bear with it. For demonstration purposes, it should not be a problem. Normally you would be threading this end. You would have left this end really long, so you would get a much nicer edge down here. Sorry, my phone that I'm videotaping on was giving me a warning there. I had to pause there to fix that. So you would normally be using this, so you would have a much nicer edge down here than we're going to see during this demonstration. We're also going to go in a little bit into the knitting because this area is so stretched out on this side. So anyway, for demonstration purposes, we're going to use a different color yarn, and we're going to go start our seam by going underneath your first stitch on one side and underneath your first stitch on the other side. Just the first stitch. Don't worry about upper or lower bumps at that point. Like I said, normally this would be attached to your end, and this would be a much neater piece at the end. So don't worry about that. Yours is going to be really neat because you're going to already be attached here. You're going to go underneath, then you're going to go back, and then we're going to seal that bottom tight together. All right, so we're going on this side to go under the lower bumps. On this side, we're going to go under the upper bumps as we're seaming. So you go underneath the first lower bump in your row on your right-hand side. Go to the other side and go underneath an upper bump in the row. Go under the lower bump on this side. And an upper bump on this side. This is going to allow those bumps to nestle together, just like in your regular body of your knitting. Or lower, oops, and then an upper, a lower, then an upper. Now you think, oh, this looks kind of messy, but what you're going to do every once in a while is you're going to grab both ends of your yarn and gently pull. And as you see, it pretty much goes invisible even with a different color yarn. You have a mild showing through of the yarn. When you use the exact color, you will not see the seam. It will become invisible. And the tighter you pull, even this yarn goes pretty much invisible. And it pulls, and it allows these bumps to remain in a line. You have your lower ones, then your upper ones, and it just nestles together and makes this beautiful seam. The reverse side will be flat, as you see here. It will lay nice and flat inside, and it will also be invisible. You will not see the yarn you just stitched your knitting with. So you just continue all the way up until you're done your seaming. And that's pretty much how you do the garter seam. Very easy, very quick, and it looks really nice. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.